I was lucky enough to have some time Friday to sit down with my coffee, my delicious cinnamon dolce latte from Starbucks, a root beer, and a water, because I love to have 3 drinks near me because I like the variety that it brings in my life, right? Start streaming and play a nice horror game. Fears of Fathom. Chapter 4, Ironbark Lookout, I believe it was called. One of the horror games that has more recently come out, and holy crap, is this game creepy. This has got to be one of the most anxiety-inducing horror games I think I've ever played. I'm still having kind of nightmares about it. It's got everything. It's got RVing in a meth lab RV. It's got your jump scares. It's got cults and satanic worshiping. It's got a dick called Connor on the radio that you end up hating, because I did. I don't know about anyone else, but I absolutely hated him. And it's played as that like VHS kind of raw footage style that a lot of these indie games are known for, right? Kind of like the VHS movies. 1, 2. We don't count 3 because that one sucked. 94, 99, 85. That wasn't good. I wouldn't recommend that movie. But it was shot in that VHS style. And what makes this game, Fears to Fathom, even creepier is that these chapters, which this one is chapter 4, is actually based off of actual scary true stories, which makes this even creepier. I still got the heebie-jeebies, just thinking about this game, because it got me. The atmosphere, so good. The sounds, the music, the voice acting, even very top notch, very great, especially for the price of, like, I don't know, I think I paid $8 for it. Come with me as we take a deep dive into Fears to Fathom, Ironbark Lookout, and why this game is so creepy, and what I loved about it, and of course some of the things I didn't quite like about it. Come on. I'm waiting. Let's go. We're going. Here we go. The game opens up with you letting you know what the story of this chapter is about. I'm Jack Nelson. Had a small job as a park ranger in a state park. Yo, state parks are sus, man. They're so sus. People go missing there all the time. Cannibal Caves. I'm telling you. Look it up. I was a fire lookout station in one of the largest forests in the Pacific Northwest. Miles and miles of dense forest managed by the Forestry Service. I had a salary that allowed me to make ends meet, but I couldn't afford to treat myself to restaurants, nice clothes. My biggest accomplishment as so far was being able to buy an RV for myself with a lot of financial help from my dad. That RV was the only sense of home I had. This one time, I was transferred from one outpost to another because of some official circumstances. It was a minor inconvenience to me, though, since I lived out of my RV and liked to travel. I said a few goodbyes and I was off to the new location. It was about a 2-hour drive. I really like how this game tells you who you are and what this story is. It's almost like bringing a creepypasta to life, and you're playing in that creepypasta, in that story. You're the main characters. And throughout this game, the gameplay, down at the bottom of the screen, you'll actually see what that person was thinking or how they were feeling during that time in the story of when it took place for them in real life. The game doesn't just throw you right into the outlook. You're actually opened up into an RV driving down this highway. A beautiful scenery with the forest on each side of you. Listening to some beautiful royalty-free music. This music's terrible. While the game also allows you to text and drive. Now, the text messages you are getting are from your sister, Kayla, and Mitch Scott, who is, I believe, your boss who hired you for the Outlook, letting you know when you should be there, where you should park when you get there. Your sister letting you know where you should stop before you arrive at this Outlook, so you can eat a nice burger, because apparently they got the best burgers around. Remember, there's this diner while passing Roseburg. They have the best burgers in town. You have to try them. And when you're driving 2 hours on this long highway, you definitely want to stop for a burger maybe 2. As we're making our way down to this little cafe, this little diner called Diner, I believe. You know, I was really amped up on caffeine. I think there might be booze in my coffee. I don't know. I'm just trying to test how this RV steers, and it definitely steers like a real RV. Watch where you're going. These drunk drivers. As we arrive at the diner, the town actually reminds me of a small town that I grew up in, you know. They got the location and everything pretty correct for like a small town diner. And this is the kind of diner that I would expect to find, you know, driving in the middle of nowhere in a place called Diner to be the dining spot. I saw the diner Kayla's talking about. It literally says Diner. We pull into the parking lot, trying not to wreck our beautiful RV that we paid so much for. As we venture out over to the diner, we meet a guy who's absolutely enjoying his hamburger. How's that burger? There's a little piece of heaven. This place is pretty much my weekend spot. You new around here? I'm just passing through, man. Have a safe journey. Thanks, bro. Enjoy your burger. Barbara is our waitress, wondering what we want to order. And of course, we order not the delicious burger, not the world famous burger, but the chicken nuggets. A meatball sub with chicken nuggets. Yeah. This whole part of you is you're just in the diner, you're ordering food. It's kind of like world building, or I guess it's a part of his story leading up to everything that is, well, about to happen. And not a lot goes on in this opening act. You stop at the restaurant or order some food, you go to the bathroom, and then you figure out you can pee, and you can actually aim your pee anywhere and just make a mess in the bathroom. Okay, I'm controlling the stream. Ha ha ha! Piss on your floor. I spilled. Because when you have a mechanic like that, why not? Talked to a couple of people in the restaurant. Where are you headed? Ironbark State Park. So, is it true? Was it what true? What did they say happened to those kids the other day? You can't say. I can't even imagine what the parents must be going through. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Tell me more, please. Now I don't want to work here. Some of them are pretty nice. Others, well, not so nice. Hello. Leave me alone. You got it. After we eat our delicious meatball sub and chicken nuggies and, you know, smash down our coffee, diner coffee is probably the most disgusting cup of coffee you can have. But for some reason, it's so delicious. I don't know how that makes sense, but it just is. If you know, you know. We exit out of the restaurant, hop into our RV, and we try and leave, but unfortunately, I break the game and we get stuck. Bye. Hold on. Take it up. I'm stuck. I've broken the game. I may have broken the game. So we actually had to restart the game here, which is okay. You know, the game, I didn't pay a lot for it. I think it was like $8 or something. And then it kind of sucked that it didn't save at the diner as I entered. So I actually had to redo everything from the start all the way up until we parked. And then I had to do the whole diner scene again. But this time we exit, hop into our RV, and we take off towards Ironbark Lookout. That's what it's called. It is dark by this point as we're driving down this long stretch of highway, making our way to the Outlook. And the background music in this scene kind of caught me off guard because I thought there was like a tiny woman moaning or screaming in the background. I like the music. So I had to stop the RV, and when I started to listen to it, what was that? It was just like a really eerie background sound. And this game has some really good sounds in it. Sounds that'll make you be looking over your shoulder if someone's following you, or you're going to be thinking someone's following you. Rustling in the bushes as you're walking down the paths, right? Shining your flashlight in there, be like, oh, someone in there? I can't see anything, right? It makes you paranoid. This game makes you paranoid. All right, it'll make you paranoid, and it'll make you look over your shoulders, and it drive you crazy because you think someone's there, but no one's there. No one's ever there until you least expect it. We arrive at the Outlook. We park our RV on the gravel road, and we can see another RV here and a Jeep just kind of sitting there in the dark. The darkness looming over it. weird sounds coming from the background. It's all very creepy, right? We grab our stuff and we head down to where we're supposed to meet. I forget his name. I think his name is Billy or Bob. It starts with a B. So we head over to the office. Not gonna lie, that jump scare was terrible. You know, it's been a while since I played a scary game, and jump scares, after you haven't played in a while, they get you. But this game does have jump scares, but they're not like overbearing. They're not like coming at you all the time, and they're not overly loud. They're more startling than anything. There are a couple that, there might be one that's a little bit like, ear piercing. But for the most part, these jump scares, they're startling. They get you. And it's not even the jump scares that are the creepiest part about this game. It's like the atmosphere. Things slowly start to build up. Things start to seem weird, start to seem wrong. And then it's too late. He gives us the key, and we are able to open the gate and proceed on our way. Now, the game is dark, and Billy Bob is very nice to give us a flashlight, which you'll need. It'll be your best friend at night. It'll be your dearest, most romantic friend, especially when you get lonely. Billy Bob, he also says some things that, well, make you kind of hesitant to want to take this job, I should say. Hey, hi. Just a piece of advice. Don't travel any further than half a mile or so north of your tower. Why? Dangerous woods. That's that way, pal. Dangerous woods. Bobcats, bears. Nasty business. See you around. Au revoir. And of course, nobody wants to run into any bobcats or bears. We make our way to Tower 11. That is our tower. Walking past a radio tower. The wind howling into our ears. And we see Tower 11 in the distance, just looming over us. And it is looking ever so creepy. Before you start to do anything, you're going to want to make sure you turn on the generator so that you can use computer and that you can use the radio. And, well, I don't think you need to do this, but you also got to open up all the window panel things. But then before you go to bed, you got to close them all down. So at this point, you could probably keep them closed. Now, as we logged onto this computer had a couple things on it. It had an employee training video.
Welcome to Ironbark State Park. If you're watching this video, then let me be the first to say, congratulations.
I wonder who that voice is.
You have been commissioned by the Ironbark Fire Department to protect one of the most prestigious parks in the state of Washington.
Yar.
Established in 1897, we've been known as one of the safest parks in America. We hope you can keep it that way.
Now, his training video is voiced over by none other than Jacksepticeye, with some really bizarre animation, which lends to the whole creepiness of this game. So the training video is pretty much just letting you know what your job is, what your daily tasks are.
Keep watch for fire. Keep records of daily temperature.
That's
when the temperature
Jacksepticeye,
rises, it is best that we have those recorded. Keep records of daily wind speed. After collecting the data, input it into our state-of-the-art service reporting form.
And honestly, it seems like a really cozy gig. As long as there's no forest fires, right? You should be good. Kick back, enjoy nature, soak in the sun, nude if you want, because there's no one else there. You're just in the middle of nowhere. Besides, Lookout 12, who I'm pretty sure is watching you with binoculars and is a bit of a perv. I also have some other videos on this computer that are like a fever dream, like plant interview.
And we are back. So how do you feel about being a plant? Do you moisturize? Fascinating. What do you do for a living? Uh-huh. Yeah? How does that work? Wow.
Wow.
Everyone's been wondering, how's the marriage with the wife? Sir.
I am shocked.
Sir, there's no need for that language. Sir,
Burn it.
calm down. What did you just say?
The fuck?
Nobody talks to me like that on my show. What the f did you just say? Get over here, you piece of shit.
Ron Ross, who is, I'm pretty sure, a methed out Bob Ross.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ron Ross, and I'm here to paint with you. Today, I got some cool paint.
Oh, I'm
This is something
excited.
called testicular green.
I don't know if I
Reminds
agree
me
with
of
that.
my wife. I love my wife. Anyways, a little water there.
Wow. It's
Time to
beautiful.
switch brushes. Oops, that's the wrong brush. That's my needle. I'll
Your-
save that for later.
Your what needle?
There it is.
What?
The basting brush. This brush is really great for painting.
That'll
in
explain
those
why his eyes are
details.
yellow.
I think I'll put a little tree here. This is where I buried the bodies. You know what would look good here? A nice, happy cabin right there.
Where?
Reminds me of when I had an affair with my wife, with a squirrel. Enough about me. Let's read some
That
fan
poor
mail
squirrel.
sent in by you guys. Eviction notice. Forget the fan mail. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
And cats. Guys, who doesn't love cats? To be honest with you, I think that is my choice for song and music video of the year. As we're browsing our computer, we get a radio call from, well, Tower 12. Well,
New guy, haven't gotten your name yet. What is it again?
Jack,
I saw your light turn on. I gotta say, it's refreshing to see Tower 11 alive again.
Mr. Connor, who will kind of be like your friend who kind of delegates his own responsibility to you, which is why I hate him. The temperature is dropping, and we gotta light our stove, our wood stove, which is gonna warm up the place so we don't die of hypothermia. And, well, honestly, this took me a little while to try and figure out. I really wish you could light the whole place on fire, but that's just the arsonist in me talking. Now, I was trying to pour gasoline into the wood stove and trying to light the gasoline with a match without the special ingredient, which is wood. That's how you make a fire. Connor's not working. I don't think this gasoline works. There's no firewood.
No firewood? There must be plenty in the shack. That's all Marley did.
Well, if it would let me downstairs, I will, you son of a bitch. As we walk down the stairs, of course, we have the generator there. We have a porta potty as well. If you gotta go pee or take a poop. I don't think you can poop in this game, which is kind of sad. I kind of wish you could just like sit on the toilet and poop. I mean, you can pee. Why can't you poop? And then off to the left side, we have our shack. And every time I walk down those stairs at nighttime with my little flashlight, it is kind of creepy. The sound is really good. Like I said, the wind is like blowing in your ears. I do recommend wearing headphones, and it just kind of creeps you out. The woods in general just creep me out. So if that's a thing, it'll creep you out too. Put the wood into the fireplace, pour the gasoline on it, and throw the match in. And yes, we got fire. Baby, man-made fire with gasoline. And of course, Connor lets us know that we need to do a report.
Any report for the night yet? Better get to it then. Here at Ironbark, you are required to report every night before signing off. You don't want to disappoint Mitch on your first night.
All right. And after every night, we got to do the temperature check, the wind, and the weather before we go to bed. Now, this part shouldn't have taken as long as it did. I don't want to say I had an hour brain fart. Maybe an hour brain fart. There's a couple things that you need to check on the report before you send it off. So the things to check are temperature, wind speed, weather conditions, number of hikers assisted, and your name, of course. First of all, I forgot my name. I knew it was Jack, but I didn't realize what my last name was. And it was kind of dumb because in the text, it shows you that you're texting your sister, Nelson, Kayla Nelson. So it would be Jack Nelson. And, it took me a while to figure that out. It also took me a very long time to figure out how the temperature works in this game. You got to record the temperature. So I thought, oh, yeah, let's just, look at the thermometer. We're looking at the thermometer here, right? I think that says like 45 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure. Let's get the binoculars out. Zoom in onto the temperature, the thermometer. It's like, that's like a 48. Maybe there's a 49, and I kept trying to plug it into the computer for an hour. So about after an hour, I'm getting frustrated. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I'm entering all the things correctly. The weather condition, yes. Wind speed, yes. My name, hikers assisted. But I knew it was the temperature, right? And then I'm like, oh, wait. you can just click on the thermostat, the thermometer, and it will tell you what the exact temperature is. Oh my god, I just had to click on the fucking thermometer. Are you kidding me? I'm an idiot. I swear, my IQ is abysmal. No one saw that. You just ignore everything that's happened in the last hour. And that took me over an hour to figure that out, because I'm an idiot. So we fill in the data, hit submit, and we go to bed. Right. 3:26 a.m. We are awoken. 3:26 a.m. by unintelligible talking over the radio. Unintelligible. You hear the beeping on the radio, so we decide to get up and check what's going on. I had to pee. What? Connor? But there was nothing. So we have to go to the bathroom, and well, it's 3 in the morning, 3:30. It's dark out, the wind's howling. We take our flashlight, and at this point I'm pretty scared that I don't want to go down those stairs, but we find out that you can pee off the ledge of the tower. What? No way. It's raining on somebody. Yes, this is the gameplay I enjoy. It's the small things like this I enjoy in the games. It's the simple things, you know what I mean? Being able just to pee off the, I don't know, edge of a tower. It's kind of funny. I was worried I'd had to go down to the porta potty, and I'm thinking, well, if I go down to the porta potty, I'll probably get murdered. After a beautiful pee, we hear a howling in the distance and look down and see that there's somebody on the path. What is that? Binoculars! Quickly! Who's that? Binoculars. Where did I put them? Where did I throw them? I'm not sure who it is or what they're doing, so I run back inside to try and find my binoculars, but for some reason, I couldn't find them at all. So at this point, I'm just like, screw it, I'm going back to bed. Walking the door and going to bed, because nothing good happens after, well, I say 12, but it was 3, so nothing good happens after 3 a.m. It's the next day, and we are on the balcony of our tower, sipping our coffee, enjoying the view, taking some pictures. Finish our coffee, we head back inside, and we hear Connor, well, on the radio, wanting to talk to us. What?
Son of a bitch!
Excuse me?
Nobody bothers to get a camping permit these days anymore. Do you have eyes on the smoke north of your position?
Let me have a look. The smoke.
I need you to confirm.
Hold
Do
your
you see that
tits.
smoke up north?
Yes.
About that white smoke up
I see
appears
it.
to be in the Lacey Trail sector, which is not a registered campsite.
Those bastards.
People like that don't bother to clean up after themselves. Fire risks are high this season. Mind checking it out?
I'm not sure why we are heading out towards the fire when he first saw it, and I'm pretty sure it's closer to where he is anyways, but later we do realize that Connor is a bit of a lazy bitch. Sorry. Lazy person. Fog is rolling through the trees onto the trail, and we hear a man scream for his life. I'm coming, sir! As the world's best and professional park ranger, we try and go rescue the man or go see what's going on. So we run straight in without thinking, because that's a smart idea. We arrive at the site, and their beds and their camp stuff is pulled out of their tents. Things have been strewn all over the campsite. The fire is burning, which could start a forest fire, so they don't have a permit. So if I could write them up, I would. And apparently this is, well, not a dead zone, so we get a bunch of text messages from, well, our sister, trying to make sure that we're safe. So just to set her at ease, we tell her, yes, we're fine. Here's some pictures that we took earlier, which we did, of like the beautiful sunset, and that she actually sent us a recipe that we actually get to make later. We investigate the area, but something's not right, and we hear a weird whistling. Hello? Who's there? Who's there? Show yourself. I'm packing heat. Did I say heat? I meant meat. Why I didn't bring a flashlight, I have no idea. Of course, nobody answers, so we just kind of shrug it off. Oh, I guess that was nothing. That was probably a bird or an owl or a deer whistling. And the big question here is, like, where did the people go? Did something happen to them? Did they get murdered? Did they get taken? Well, they must be close by because the fire's still going. But as a park ranger, we cannot let this fire stay lit. So we grab a bucket, we go to the lake to get some water, and we, well, empty it onto the fire, putting it out. And we hike back to our tower. As I hiked back to my tower through the dark, I couldn't shake the sense that something was terribly wrong. My mind couldn't help but think what might have happened. Well, we heard a scream, and we saw all their stuff pulled out of their tents, like maybe an animal or something pulled them out, but there's no blood. So I'm sure whatever happened to them was not good. And as these messages keep popping up, kind of letting you know what they were thinking about at that time, it kind of brings you back into like, oh, right, this is a true story, which kind of brings you into the game even more. And it just makes it that much more creepier. We run back up to the tower because I'm pretty sure there's somebody behind me trying to murder me. That's just probably my imagination. Lock our door, and we let Connor know what we found. Connor, guess what I found? Dead people. Actually, there was no bodies, but I'm pretty sure they're dead. Connor, do you copy? Hey, Connor,
Loud
do you
and clear,
copy?
new guy. I was just cooking myself some hot... Well, first, what's your status? Are you kidding me?
No,
Son of a bitch.
I know.
They never learn, do they? I'm sick of these bastards. It's unbelievable. This is the third time this month alone.
Someone's disappeared? Shouldn't you report that?
Anything else you notice in those woods?
Meant to scream.
A scream. Must have been one of those red foxes. They sound pretty much like a screaming lady at night.
It was a manly scream.
I don't know what you're talking about, new guy, but I heard from the rangers that a lot of campers have been flocking to that area lately because of the disappearance of those 3 kids.
3 kids went missing? A manly scream? Sounds like a fox? To me, at this point, I'm like, Connor, can I trust you? Are you in on this? Or are you just that dumb? Because first of all, you know, if you're a park ranger and you come back, oh yeah, people are missing, they're not there. I heard a scream, a manly scream. We should report this, right? First thought would be like, yes, of course, I'll do a report or whatever and report this. Not Connor. No, he knows best. And then, of course, we find out about the 3 missing children. They went missing?
About a month ago, they were hiking with their families. They went off the trail and just vanished. No trace of them since. Well, people have started spreading rumors that the area might be haunted by some entities.
Entities? Why the heck did I take this job? Oh.
It's crazy, I know. You would think these rumors would scare people off, but apparently it's been the opposite. Sometimes, I only wish they were true.
It's fucked up, Connor.
Well, at least now you know why Mitch had to staff Tower 11 urgently. New guy?
It's unsettling.
I hope you don't believe those rumors. Do you?
I absolutely do.
Great. Anyways, thanks for staying vigilant.
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna contact the authorities so they can take care of this commotion first thing in the morning.
I feel like that might be a little too late, Connor, but thank you, I guess. We do our report, and I'm about to head to bed, but you know what? We haven't eaten yet. And, well, our sister sent us that amazing, I think it's pizza lasagna that we have to make. And you do actually have to make it. You got to get the ingredients, marinara sauce, pepperoni, the cheese, and all that, and throw it into a tray, bake it in the oven, and then you get to sit on your bed and enjoy it. Oh. We're eating this whole lasagna? We can save it for leftovers. That'll give us a couple days of food. Talk about immersive. This game does a pretty good job at, like, immersing you into the world of a Firewatch Lookout. You're alone. You're making lasagna for one in a giant pan, which you're going to have a lot of leftovers for, which is pretty cool, I think, you know. And it does a good job at capturing the life of one of those park ranger or lookout people, I think, anyways. We can't go to bed yet because, well, it is freezing out, and we're going to freeze to death if we don't get some firewood and light the stove, which we do have to do every night, I'm pretty sure. So we head down the stairs. As we get closer to the shed, we hear something. Some very unsettling whistling, which we heard previously at the campsite. So we do know that whoever was there is following us and is trying to creep us out. And you know what? It's working. I'm going to my home. Fuck that. Bye-bye. Are you You gotta run and look back, make sure no one's following you, right? I am officially creeped out. I do not like being stalked in the woods. Thank you very much. Light a fire, close everything down, and we can finally go to bed. A long night of helping people who I'm pretty sure are murdered, but that's the life of a park ranger. It's 2:27 a.m., and we are awoken by that damn whistling. The Titan! We get up, spawn at the window, but he ducks down. And this is where things start to get a little bit intense. Flashlight! We grab our flashlights, arming ourselves, kind of. I throw up a little bit in my mouth because I'm a little bit spooked. Not too sure what to do here. But we can hear him slowly rustling on the outside. What? Ah! Murdered by a cultist. This was a very good, creepy moment in the game, right? You're woken up at like 3 in the morning again, or I guess 2:30 in the morning, and this dude is just kind of standing out your window. The light from the moon is hitting off his back, casting a shadow which makes him look like the devil, and he's like slowly creeping outside the windows around to the door. And if this part is true, I'm not even sure what I would do in that situation. This is the point in the game where things start to kind of like get turned up a little bit, right? It went from sounds in the woods to whistling to an actual cultist kind of creeping outside your bedroom door or window. It caught me off guard because it also caught the cultist off guard when I opened the door. Huh? Because he was like, huh? And I was like, what? He's like, you just opened the door? I'm like, yeah, I just opened the door. I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Then I'm like, can I close the door? Then he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill you. I'm like, I don't want that. But he's like, well, I want that. So, die. And I died. Then we got to restart all over again. We hide under our bed, waiting for this cultist to hopefully not break in and come in. And as we wait there, we can see on the side of our screen that it actually uses your mic to capture your audio. So if you're too loud, think they can hear you or he can hear you. So we wait a little bit. We get up from underneath our bed, grab our bear spray and head to the door. We open it and, well, we find, pretty sure, a billy goat skull with some horns on it, candles lit, just waiting for us. I'm not sure what that means, but I think it means that we might be next. So if I'm this person, if I'm Jack Nelson, fuck this job, I'm out of here. So we do the logical thing and we go and contact Connor. I wonder what he's gonna say. Connor, do you copy? They talk to you, it's urgent. Hello?
Do you have any idea what time it is?
There's something outside my door. There's something eerie about this place.
Just couldn't wait until morning.
Just go.
Tell you what, new guy. It's probably best to ignore these kids messing around. I suspect that's what Marley got tired of.
Don't think there's kids messing around. What if this is not a prank?
These kids can be pretty creative with these pranks. They watch too many horror movies. Maybe they thought it would be funny.
This is serious.
Let's not get carried away, new guy. We're in the middle of nowhere. Alright, here's what we'll do.
Okay.
I'll send someone to check in on you tomorrow.
Okay.
For now, just lock your door, take a deep breath, and try to get some rest. We can't do much in the dark.
Okay.
It'll be morning before you know it.
Uh-huh. Eat shit, Connor. No one likes you. Yes, he tells us we're in the middle of nowhere. Right? We're in the middle of nowhere. It's probably just kids. What the hell are kids doing out in the middle of nowhere? We're in a fire outlook in the middle of the forest. Why are there kids here? Especially at 3 in the morning. Connor is just... he's just you know? He's just like, That's the best way I can describe him right now. Because it infuriates me. So we say goodnight to Connor and we go to bed. It sets me a little bit at ease knowing that he's going to send someone to check on me tomorrow. Next day I woke up not being so sure if last night was real or just a dream. Connor tried to reason it was a harmless prank by some kids, but there's something about that night that just felt darker. There's something strange happening in those woods. It's the next evening and we are outside cleaning off our binoculars when we see a flare shot up into the sky. Uh-oh. There's a flare! Connor! Meaning that someone needs our help. Finally, our years of training kick in and we can actually try and help somebody. But this is where my years of non-training also come into play. We head back inside and we get a radio call from the person who shot the flare. There's a flare.
Hello? Is anyone there? I need help. Please, someone answer.
Don't worry, Park Ranger Metal is here to help you.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
It's Jack.
Thank goodness. I'm lost, and I'm really starting to freak out.
What's going on?
I don't even know where to start. I went out to explore the area and lost track of time, and now it's dark, and I can't remember the trail back to my truck.
Well, maybe if we're such an idiot. Sorry. All right, I'm here. I'm listening.
I think I'm lost.
Describe your current location.
I'm in the middle of the woods, on this trail surrounded by trees. Everything looks different at night.
That helps.
I thought shooting a few flare gun shots might get someone's attention, but no one's come yet. All it did was light up the trees and make everything look even scarier. I just want to find a way out of here. I remember passing a small stream earlier.
Okay. This guy's lost. He's in the frantic. So we do our best to try and ask him questions to see where he might be. So we can read a map and try and get him back to where he came in from. That's the whole idea. So we ask him a couple questions. What direction are you facing right now?
I'm walking towards west right now because I remember walking east when I came here.
Walking west, small street.
Oh, thank goodness. I see it. I'm at a trail intersection now, but I can't remember if I should take the right trail or the left to get back to the trailhead.
So we're at a predicament now. Now we know he is facing west, small stream. So what we got to do is we open our map and we try and help this person. But I don't know how to read this map. I don't know.
Hello?
Ow.
Are you still there? Both of these trails seem pretty I'm just so anxious about making a mistake.
I don't know, sir. All right, you're fucking going west, aren't you? Oh, gosh. I don't know. Sir, you might be lost. I do my best, but my lack of experience in this field of reading maps, and I felt like I was under immense pressure to help this guy because he kept asking for help as I was looking at the map. I folded and just guessed which way he should go.
I'm at a trail intersection now, but I can't remember if I should take the... I knew it! I thought it looked familiar.
Well, I'm a genius.
I couldn't have trusted myself with this decision. Thanks for helping me through this.
You're welcome.
I'm right here! I hear you.
I don't think that's me.
I hear your whistles.
That's not me.
What? I see you behind the trees to my right.
That's not me.
You're freaking me out.
We cut communication with this lad because I'm pretty sure he's going to die, and there's a knocking at our door. Very frantic knocking. Now, after last night, I didn't want to take any chances, so we grab a bear spray, and we proceed to open the door. Holy moly, what took you so long in there? Connor came through and sent a guy to check up on us and give us essentials. But the hiker I assisted is probably dead. But we're not going to tell anyone that. We'll say we assisted him, we tried our best, and yeah, he said he found the way. And that's all we heard from him, right? Right? Shh. No one has to know what happened. What were you doing there last night? What do you mean? Up north. Why were you there? I wouldn't screw around out there, pal. I was required to investigate a campfire spill. Oh Lord, have mercy. Nasty business up there, pal. Bobcats and bears. You be careful out there, pal. These woods aren't normal, and there's stuff out there that would love to get a piece of you. This other park ranger knows something up. Knows that there's something else in these woods that are probably snatching people up. It's not a bear. It's not a cougar. It might be a beaver. I don't know. But I'm going to say it's a cult or something. After the other night, guaranteed. Is this guy in on it? Well, we're not sure. And that is what's so creepy about this game is there's like certain parts of this where you're not too sure of certain people. Is that guy in on this? Is that person? Can I trust them? Connor? Hello? We don't trust Connor, right? It's that time of night where we got to do our check-in again, do the temperature and the weather and all that, grab a bite to eat, And of course, we gotta light a fire so we don't freeze to death. Heading downstairs, I decide to stop and take a pee. Walking over to the shed, we are on high alert. Checking the tree lines, making sure there's no eyes looking at us. So with our pants now brown, we try and figure out who this guy is and what the hell is he doing out here near my shack. Good thing it went pee, or else I would have pissed all over your face. What's your name? Names can be deceiving. Call me Silas. What are you doing here? No need to be alarmed. I'm a worker. I was just doing some routine maintenance on the radio tower over there. Thought I'd say hi to the new guy everyone's been talking about. You usually work this late? Every Sunday, just trying to keep the communication lines open. We must ensure that the right message reaches the right places. Would you agree? I agree. Fire risks are high tension. Are high this season, whatever. Absolutely. But some fires are meant to burn. And no amount of prevention can stop them. Nature has its own plans. Some things can't be controlled, no matter how hard we try. Sometimes disasters are just another form of cleansing, a way for the land to purify itself. I should head back to the tower now. Have a good night, Jack. Hope you sleep well, but remember, what? Curiosity can lead to the places you'd rather not go. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Fixing a radio tower, knowing my name, being out here so late at night, talking strangely. Yeah, I don't trust this guy at all. So we take our wood and we run back up the stairs. A fresh pair of panties, just soaked. And we gotta let Connor know what has just happened.
You copy now?
Well, there.
Finally. I've been trying to reach you for a while now. Where have you been?
Ran into Silas.
Ran into who?
The guy maintaining that nearby radio tower?
Is this about yesterday?
What do you mean?
You trying to yank my chain now?
What do you mean?
The radio tower's been out of service for ages now. It was closed down years ago after a lightning strike fried its systems, and its repair cost was deemed too costly.
Well, we've been bamboozled.
Its repair date was postponed until the next big funding, which is no time soon, according to Mitch.
Then who did I just talk to?
Look, if what you're saying is true, it could be another one of those goons playing pranks on you.
He knew my name.
Knew your name? You think he's been listening?
Possibly.
Either way, disguising as a staff member is strictly forbidden according to park guidelines.
You gotta write him up? What do you gotta do?
Next time you see him, get his information, or take a photo. We need to figure this out.
Sure.
Anyways, I'm seeing that you've already reported. I think I'm gonna hit the sack now.
Good night.
Tower 12, signing off.
By now, at this point, I am just straight up paranoid. Random people keep showing up, calling. People are seeing other people in the forest whistling. It's not me. The hiker went missing. He is dead. He's skinned alive, hanging from a tree, predator style, somewhere, right? We hear whistling, footsteps near our woods, and then Silas shows up, pretending to be some radio tower repair guy, but apparently this radio tower can't be repaired, and Connor has no idea who the hell this person is. And Connor would know because, well, he's been working here a long time, right? I'm just the new guy. He would know the people around here. And the Silas character, he's in on it. We know he's in on it, right? This game does a great job making you feel paranoid, making you feel anxiety, right? It's also little sounds in the background when certain things happen, and you, like when we just discovered this. And what makes it worse is that Connor still doesn't believe us. So we fast forward 2 nights later. My unease was starting to grow with each passing day, so when I signed off that night, I told myself that it was just a change of environment that I needed to get used to. The strangeness I'd seen so far in those woods was not enough to cause any alarm. That would soon change, though. There's a new update to our software that we have to update. I'm not too sure how this works, so we can actually ask Connor, how this updates, if he can help us. So we do. Connor, I need help.
Well, to be honest with you,
Probably.
Anyways, for now, use the console to run the new system update. I'm sure a young man like you can figure it out.
Wow, you've been so helpful. And he can't help us because Connor is a useless bag of poopy. But luckily, it's pretty straightforward, and we do end up updating the computer because we are so tech savvy. Wow, look at that. Your system's not up to date. I'm a genius. Maybe I fucked up. Was it the update? Did I do something wrong? If the power's out, that means, well, the generator's out. We run downstairs. It is storming. It is raining. Bring my flashlight. Things are just super eerie at this point. Now, we don't have to fill up the generator because it still has gas. So somebody turned it off. But no matter how scared we are that somebody turned our generator off, we can't go back upstairs until we pee. And we have the best pee of our lives. It burns. It burns. The whole time I'm out there peeing, I just feel like I'm being watched by somebody. Like somebody is in the woods just spying on me. I mean, they gotta be if they turned off the generator. We head back up the stairs, and it's 1 week later. Time was flying by. Connor's generator was under maintenance, which meant I had to cover his area for the past 2 days. When there were no fires going, the only thing I do is check in on Connor twice a day. That might have been the only time I ever talked. Unless I was talking to myself. We're having the best dream of our lives when it's 2:34 a.m.
I know it's late.
and Connor
You're gonna wanna
wakes
see
us
this
up.
one, Jack, I need you to wake up.
No.
You copy?
All I No, want
it's
to do is sleep. And I don't want to answer it. But we gotta. So we get up, go over to the radio, and we answer. Alright, what do you want?
Jack, you copy? Okay, tell you what. I don't have the energy to do this right now.
Okay.
I've been here busting my ass, working on that old piece of garbage generator. And now I'm seeing this. Seeing more smoke to my west. Looks like we got another camper.
Oh.
It appears to be in your sector. Do you see the campsite from your end?
Let me have a look. Alright.
You know what?
What?
I don't have it in me to deal with this crap tonight. I'm gonna let you deal with this one.
Wow. Thank you so much. It's only 3 in the morning.
If they don't run away this time, take their photos and IDs. And if things get worse, don't hesitate to call HQ for help. Okay,
Yeah.
me tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get some rest.
Connor, he can't deal with this because he doesn't like doing his job. That's what I've come to conclusion. All right, he doesn't like doing his job. So we're a good worker. We grab our binoculars and we go and check out this fire and see what these campers are up to. Let me take a little gander before I go down. A satanic cult roasting people? What the fuck? The only thing that made sense at the time was to take evidence of it. How do I take a picture? Oh, you guys are so busted? Oh shit. Oh, what do I do? They saw the flash! Go blue! Oh no. Is that them? Ah, God! Evasive maneuvers. So I do the only thing I know how to do. Hide under my bed. And we try and keep our voices down as quiet as we can as they bust down the door. We can still hear him outside breathing heavily. So this is the moment we try and make our escape. We get out from underneath the bed and we try and creep downstairs. Where's the fucking pepper spray? Spray this Ah! Huh? This part right here really took me by surprise. Building up to this point where, okay, you know that it's probably a cult, but you're not expecting to see this cult doing what they're doing, and for them to see the flash of the camera, because we're dumb. We forgot to turn the flash off, apparently, you know what I'm saying? And I just love how it throws you into the situation of these cult members just pretty much trying to murk you. They see you, they can't let you live, they can't have what you saw going out. They can't have the evidence. And it just throws you into this whirlwind of terror, and you're not sure what to do. And if this really happened, if this story is true, which the person said it is, that's a terrifying situation to be in. And the gripe I have when it came to this part is that we actually have to do the whole conversation over again, waking up, talking to Connor, going to take the picture, and then trying to hide again. And we do that all over again, where I wish it could have just started from where we took the picture, just to kind of like save on time. But I mean, that's just like a small little gripe with the game, especially at this point. But time and time again, this cultist caught up to us and killed us over. Huh? And over. Huh? And over again. Oh, let me sneak! Until I figured out, well, what we got to do is we got to run downstairs as fast as we can and hide in the porta potty. Why he doesn't look in there? Well, he's got sawdust for brains. That's all I can guess. We run down to the porta potty and we hide inside it. And we slowly wait for this cultist to walk away and move until we can make our break. As he walks down towards the shed, I knew this was my moment to run and get away. Run for our RV because, you know what, this job does not pay enough, and the cultist is after us, running right at us with that horrifying sound. Run. Get to the RV, kick it into neutral or gear or whatever, and we just book it out of there. Adrenaline kicking, hit the gas and drove to the nearest ranger cabin. Out of breath, I rode into alert to HQ. Look, Jack, we all got a little stroke crazy out there, Mitch answered. Next morning, authorities allegedly ran a small investigation of the area, but of course they met with no signs of misconduct. No one ever believed my story, dismissing it as a product of isolation. Just stick to looking out for fires, Mitch offered. However, that was the last time I ever set foot in those woods. The unease still sits heavy in my stomach. Even though many years have passed, the experience still feels vivid in my memory. My family thought I was making this whole thing up, which is really out of my character. But I know what I saw. Real or not, after dark, these woods can become a haven for illegal activities. So if any of you plan on going camping soon, please be safe. After playing this game, I knew one thing. I was not going camping for a very long time after this. Fears To Fathom, Ironbark Lookout was a really good experience. It was terrifying. It was creepy. It kept me on edge. It gave me a bit of panic. The jump scares weren't too crazy, they were startling. When I say they weren't too crazy, they're not like loud. I mean, some parts, like maybe like one was like pretty ear piercing, but it's typical jump scares. But the jump scares themselves were like startling. The real horror in this game really comes from the whole atmosphere that this game is able to build around you as this Jack character. And I just think it's a really cool idea to be making like these small little indie games based off of true stories of other people. There's really nothing more terrifying than real life experiences like this, right? Sure, this game has some bugs to it. Pretty short game. They say, it takes about 2 hours. But if you know how to click on the thermometer, it takes way less than that. But for an $8 horror game, I really like this one a lot. This was probably one of the more scarier games I have played. Not the most disturbing story for an indie game or for a horror game, but scare factor, creepiness, it's definitely up there. The audio was great. The aesthetic to the game was pretty good as well. If you have not experienced Fears To Fathom, I would definitely recommend picking this game up, trying it out, and even playing the other ones. I'm definitely looking forward to playing Chapter 5. Have you all played this game? If you have, what did you think about it? Did the jump scares get you? It definitely got me. You know, I really like this game. I'm always looking for different or newer horror games to play and check out and kind of do like a deep dive, let's play through. So if you guys have any recommendation of a game I should check out, let me know. Leave a comment down below with the game title name, and I'll definitely take a look into it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, so you don't miss any new content coming out. And as always, I'll see you in the next spooky video.